Hi everyone. So in our today's training, we're going to cover investing and trading stocks in and ETFs. Okay, so the training is going to be divided into three segments. So we're going to be dividing the training into three videos. The first video we are going to look at the introduction and investing and building wealth. Then the second video is going to look at investing and trading in the Nigerian stock market. There are subtopics under every one. Then the last video is going to be introduction to ETFs, exchange traded funds, and the summary of everything that we are going to be learning in this training. So let's dive into it. Now, I want to welcome everyone to this section, investing and trading in Nigerian financial market, in the Nigerian financial market. So we are going to cover key concepts, local opportunities, and diverse asset classes to help you make informed investment decisions. Now, the goal is to equip you with the knowledge to build wealth through stocks, ETFs, and other investments. So it's not just about stocks and ETFs. There are a lot of investment options available to Nigerians and home and abroad to begin their investment journey and get high returns. So the Nigerian economy offers high growth potential, yes, especially in this 2024 and 2025. With the stock market have showed strong performance in 2025. I think this has been the best for decades now. This has been the best year. Year to date, about July, it has moved about 27% increase. Okay, that's the all share index as of July. So there are a lot of investment opportunities that is available to us. Now let's dive in. Now, investing and building wealth. I love to really define terms when I'm talking about investing and building wealth. And sometimes people tend to see that anybody that is investing is actually building wealth, but that's not the case. Now, investing involves simply you commit your money to a financial instrument or an asset to generate returns. So the goal in investing is just to generate returns for you. You make money. Now, the goal is to make your money work for you. Like I always say, when you are talking about investment, you are not actually the one working to make the money. Your money works for you. So when you buy stocks, you are not the person really trading or doing business with the money you invested in MTN or Dangote Cement. It's actually the CEO and the management making sure to make good use of your money, and then at the end of the day, they pay you dividend because they've made good use of your money, because they've made profit. So you have to plan when you invest. You have to consider facing inflation and increasing your purchasing power. Okay, inflation is increasing. Forget about maybe whatever the Bureau of Statistics is saying that inflation is at 21 point something percent. In reality, we know what the kind of things we are buying, and that brings us to the point whereby we have to consider diversifying where our money goes, where we get our money from. Okay, so that includes buying stocks, individual stocks, ETF stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and other commodities like gold and crude oil. Okay, now what does it mean to build wealth? The reason why I'm defining the things are because most people have actually mistaken building wealth for so many things. People are just putting in money in quick money schemes, and building wealth is quite different. Building wealth is a long-term strategy to increase your net worth. The goal in building wealth is that you want to increase your net worth. For instance, let me start with this now. You are indebted today, and maybe what you are earning monthly is maybe 500,000 or a million naira. And then you're trying to look at how you can increase your net worth, how you can increase your earnings. So in building wealth, you try to invest, do business, maybe invest in different asset classes to help you build wealth, then be able to beat down your debt to the point that your net worth is increasing. Okay, one thing you must know that almost every billionaire, they hold debts. Yeah, they hold debts. They hold debts. But the truth is that their income far outweighs the debt they owe, so their net worth is still high. So for you to know your net worth, you need to minus your assets from your minus your liabilities from your assets. Your asset is what you have, the investments you own, your investment portfolio, your car, your house, and other valuables that you have, either long term or short term assets. And you minus whatever you are owing to outsiders, business people, individual, banks, and then that gives you your network. So when you are talking about building, we're talking about true, consistent, smart, consistent saving. You are saving money, smart investing, and financial discipline. So it's not about quick money schemes. When you talk about investment, you're talking about building wealth, you're talking about strategically position yourself in an industry or whatever and ensuring that you are building wealth over time. Okay, so you must understand this concept. So building wealth is long term. You want to increase your network. So you're not really talking about trying to get quick money. So that's why when even people that want to build wealth, they trade stock market. What they do is that they um they try to buy strong companies. So their goal is not to just make quick money from price fluctuations, price in movements, upward movements. So they are looking at maybe some stocks that are not even moving fast, but they want to increase their net worth. So what they do is they invest in those stocks because those companies are solid companies, big companies. Price does not really shake those companies, but they pay dividend very well. They are the market leaders. So you must understand the reason why you are investing is to build wealth, to make quick money and buy something for yourself, look good, maybe buy a house, or you really want to increase your net worth. So this will inform your decision on the asset classes you are buying. Now, if you truly want to invest and also build wealth, there is one thing you can never do without is setting investment goals. Now, investment goals provide direction and purpose. Goals can be short term or long term. So if you don't have direction, you may likely just be moving around. And at the end of the day, you will discover that you think you're investing, but you are not a smart investor. Every smart investor is one that has investment goals. So is you saving for a car in 2 years? So I want to get a car. So I decide to buy stocks. So I'm trading stocks. Any money I make, I'm putting into something and then I invest in the profit until it gets the amount I need for the car. Medium term, I want to fund education. Maybe you want to go and do masters abroad. So you try to save up some money to go and do your masters abroad. Or long term, you are planning for retirement. Like I always say, you can actually retire on stocks. Get the best companies. Target yourself that in the next 10 years, I'm going to grow my portfolio to social millions, that they are going to be paying me dividend of social amount. So that when I'm retired, I can sit down on my own and be receiving alerts from companies that I've paid, I have bought their shares, and all of that. So long term, if you're talking about retirement in 30 years. So in Nigeria, gold should account for what inflation often high around 30 something 3% early 2025 and currency volatility. So you need to most of these things are the reason why you have to set your goals so that you'll be able to beat the inflation and also invest wisely to be able to beat the currency volatility of the naira, the volatility of the naira. Now, when you are setting investment goals, you need to understand that your investment goals should be smart. SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. So, what does it mean? Being smart goal specific. This is why I'm investing. You can be able to measure it. It's possible. Be able to measure your goals. This and this and this. Then it is achievable. You don't try to just start. You are earning 200,000. You say that you are going to invest 100,000 monthly. That's not possible because why? With the current inflation, you can't do that. You can't do that. So it's going to cost you a whole lot. So you have to set your goals that you are able to achieve. So I'm going to commit 20% to investment. That's at least a bit achievable. Should be relevant, and then set a time where you want to achieve this particular goal of your investing. So you want to, let's say you want to get retired by stop working by 10 in the next 10 years. So you decide to start investing now. So set a time. So you are aiming to get your grow your portfolio to maybe around so number of unit of stocks, in particular the most valuable companies in Nigeria. So you're looking at, let me say, Boa Foods, Dangote, MTN. So you're looking at, say, by 2035, I should have owned 50,000 units of Dangote shares, 50,000 units of MTN, 50,000 units of Boa Foods, 50,000 units of Airtel, and all of that. That is smart investment goals. Okay, so now how do you now meet your goals? Simple. Budgeting. You have to allocate every month. 20% goes to investment, 10% goes to savings, and then in that 10%, 20% you have allocated for investment, you can also diversify it. You are not putting all of them in stocks. Even in stocks, you just say maybe 10%, 5% for individual stocks, 5% for ETFs, or you can say 10% for individual stocks, 5% for ETFs, and 5% for mutual funds. Then you can talk about that 10% for saving, put it in government bonds, government saving bonds. So you should know your income and plan the percentage of your income for investment regularly. Then choose the best asset class. If you want to meet your investment goals, you have to match your risk tolerance with the asset classes you are picking. Can you handle when the price of stocks are going down? Will your heart not cut? Your heart not go cut when you see say red. Normally, Nigerian stock market is a bit regulated, so you can easily opt out when the market is running against you. I think I said that in our first training that Nigerian stock market is regulated in a way that stock prices don't go lower or above 10% a day. So that helps curtail loss and all of that. Then consistency, invest regularly. If you really want to build wealth and invest, be a great investor, you must have to invest regularly, weekly, daily, monthly. You have to be regular. I'm telling you, you have to be regular. Then after, if you really want to meet your goal, the last thing to do is to monitor your investment. That's what we call portfolio management. You have to review your portfolio, your progress every quarter. This was my target for the year. This is August. How far have I gone? Then also adjust your portfolio to meet the market changes. For instance, sometimes the banking sector can be doing, like recently now, the insurance shares were soaring. I think I made recommended. Let me tell you, some insurance stocks in the past 2 weeks that I recommended have soared above 100%. That's the truth. So you have to also monitor the market to know when to switch to another stocks. You need to know when to switch to another stocks. So So let's continue in the next video.